Hey Scrubbers, it's Vanessa here, and today I have a layout for Traci Reed Designs, and it is the release weekend for her new Poolside collection. So in the description box below, I'll have a link to Traci's website. Be sure to go check out the blog and all the inspiration that is using this collection. Also, if you want to grab it, it'll be on sale, so it's a great time to pick it up. It definitely will cover you for all of your summer photos. Definitely if you have a pool. Even if you don't, there's plenty of images and icons and papers that have nothing to do with pools and swimming that you can totally use this collection to document your summer vacation plans, whatever they may be. So yeah, there'll be, when this layout goes up, the release will have happened yesterday, and today is the Instagram hop, and this is the layout for that Instagram hop, but I always create a video, so there'll be this process video up with a corresponding Instagram post, and then tomorrow there will be another YouTube video, and that one will be for the YouTube hop, creating another layout for this collection. It's really great. I love the colors. So I love a good rainbow, and this is a great collection for that. So I have printed the diagonal stripe because I adore a diagonal stripe, and especially to use it for a background that peeks out around my background paper. So that is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take my white cardstock here. I did take the water or the ink splatter color, which is this blue. It's really light, so hopefully it shows up on camera. But that is the digital file. So I went ahead and printed that on the background in 2 spots. And then I did take some, I believe it was powder blue, and it's a really old Mr. Huey's, but you could find any blue that would match the collection. And I just added some splatters over top of the printed mixed media, just because I like to add that extra layer to my background. So that is what I've done to start. So that's going to be my background. And now I have done a little bit more work. So let's talk about what I did. I have several pattern papers from the collection. I'm going to fan them out here. So this will give you a nice look at, these are definitely not all the patterns, but this will give you a nice view of some of the patterns in this collection. Like I said, I did not print all of them, but I did go ahead and cut 1-inch strips of pattern paper to use for my background. And then once I had that, I took it to my sewing machine and I did a zigzag on some and then a straight stitch on others. Some have 2 zigzags or 2 or 3 lines of stitching. I kind of just varied it on each of the strips. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place them on the background. Now I'm going to place them down, but when I go to glue them or go to place them and glue everything down, I am going to vary the lengths. So right now they're all the standard 11.5 by 8.5 by 11 or 11 inches, I guess I should say. But when I go to put them on the page and glue them down, I'm going to vary their lengths. So keep that in mind as I lay everything out, but I wanted you to see how I was building my background. So I'm going to lay them down. I am going to slightly overlap them, not a lot, but definitely a little bit. And so I'm going to lay everything out. They're pretty much going to go in the middle, I think. I'm going to try to have the same equal amount of paper showing on the outside of on each side. So I wanted you to get a feel for what I was doing, but that is the plan when I go to glue these down. So I'm laying them down, but like I said, they will move slightly. And then I have this one. And so it'll be something like this. It'll probably move over this way because I've got it too far this way, but it'll be over this, and then these will be varied in height. So Next comes my photo, and I am going to mat it on just a piece of scrap white cardstock. So this is my photo. It's a photo of me. I'm actually sitting on the ledge in my pool, and it's a beautiful day, and this is where I will spend the majority of my time this summer on all the time. I don't get my summers off. My husband's a teacher, so he gets his summers off. I don't. But when I have time off and I'm enjoying some summer vacation, this is generally where you'll find me, is in the pool at some point. And so I'm going to back it with this, and then I'm also going to back it with this pattern paper, which is also from the collection. It's sort of waves, so it's blue tone on tone. So I'm going to mat my photo with that. So once I have that, it's going to live probably somewhere around here. I think I'm going to have it over to the right. And then I plan to embellish in, at this point I'm thinking 3 sort of clusters, one down here, one here, and one up here. But what I want to do is get all this glued down first. I'll probably pop my photo up just to give it a little dimension. And then we'll come in, and I have off to the side here just the ephemera pieces. These are all from the sticker sheet. Other than that splatter of paint, that's the only thing I'm using from the digital collection on this page. And so all of this is from the sticker sheet. So I am going to, except for the title, that's from the title set. There's a title set with this one, and they're awesome. You have to check them out. So yeah, I'm going to go get this glued down, come back, and we're going to put all these fun embellishments in some clusters on this page, and it's going to be pretty simple and quick, and it's going to come together really fast. Okay, my background is done and my photo is on. I did pop it up on some fun foam just to give a little depth to the page. Don't look at it too closely because I'm sure it's slightly crooked. I can never make anything perfectly straight. So we're just going to go with that this is perfectly straight. And so now I have all the embellishing that I grabbed to put on this page. And this is what I was talking about for my title. There's a whole title pack for this collection. This is one of them. You can make them bigger, smaller. I sized this one. I can't remember the exact size of this, but if you want to know, let me know in the comments and I will give you the measurements. But this is going to be my title, so I plan to put it down here, which now that I'm overlapping onto the photo, I will have to pop this up, so I'll be able to tuck some things underneath it. But I do plan to have that down here. And then this is just a little journaling card. I'm not really going to use it for journaling. I'm just going to use it for an embellishment cluster. And I think I'm going to put some florals under here. Let's see. What else do we got? Got a little beach ball. Maybe I'll stick that in here. Just going to have fun and build up some clusters here. Let's see. I got little flip-flops because those are super cute. So let's put some little flip-flops. Hopefully I'm on camera. I'll try to move this up a little bit maybe. There we go. And what else? What else? What else? How about a little floaty? And some more florals down here. So I do like this, so I'll pop up some of these items, especially the ones that are touching the photo. And then I did say that we're going to try to do 3 embellishment clusters. We're going to see how that turns out as we go here. And a cluster of florals, I think, is going to go up here. So this will probably come higher so you can actually see that it is an umbrella. And then, let's see. I like the idea of some words up here. So summer vibes. This will probably have to go up here just a little bit. I want to actually be able to see the words. So we will move that around as we need to. This one says splish splash. So I will have to move these around to get them so I can actually see the words. on my little word strips. So I will play with that a little bit. So this cluster is going to be up here, and it'll be something like this. Again, I will move around that floral as needed. And then I like this no plans. So I'm thinking those three I might use up here. Or do I want to do soak up the day? Maybe one of each color. Balance the colors a little bit more up there. And then over here in this cluster is just going to be pretty simple. I just have a floral, this summertime, which I'm going to kind of tuck in this floral. I have a pair of sunnies, so those will go in there. And then I have one more little word strip. Do I have a place to put it? That's the question. Do I put it up here? No. Do I put it down here? Maybe in here. No plans ahead. And then I have a little drink, and I'm thinking maybe that goes up there in that cluster. I gotta play with this cluster a little bit. This one I'm keeping really simple, and then I have the one down at the bottom for the title. So I think I'm gonna glue this stuff down, and then the last thing I'm gonna come in with either is some enamel dots or some sequins, because again, I feel like those finish off a page. So let me get this glued down and we'll come back and finish. Okay, everything is glued down, and I'm just going to grab some enamel dots here, and I'm just going to dot 3 in each of my clusters, just to add that little extra dimension, little extra texture to the page. So that is what we're going to do. And just grabbing, I have a couple of colors. I have yellow, I have pink, I have orange, and like a turquoise. So I'm just going to take and randomly grab one and do each of my clusters. So just adding a little pop of color. So I think we'll go with a yellow to finish this one up, and there you go. And I think that is going to do it. So be sure to check the Instagram hop that is happening today and go and see what everyone has created. And then don't forget about the YouTube hop tomorrow. And check out Traci's blog to see more projects with this collection, as well as grab it while it's on sale. So with that, guys, still photos will be coming up next, and I will catch you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.